morning and welcome to Sunnyside News, where we bring you only the most positive and interesting information from the heart of Florida right here in Polk County. Today is Friday, April 14th, 2017. I would like to welcome everyone to today's program, and of course Sunnyside News is sponsored by Nature's Place, home of the Key Network and Speech Therapy Services. Moving right into the good news pieces for this week, you know it is prom season, and up in South Carolina, it seems that Connor Campbell and Betty Jean Keene went to the prom together on April 1st at Pinewood Prep. Now, Betty Jean and Connor danced one dance together, as she likes to dance, but he doesn't really like to dance. Now, there were about 100 attendees at this prom, and they were all very pleased to see Connor and Betty Jean together, for you see, Betty Jean is Connor's 93-year-old grandmother. She stated that all of the students came to her, shook her hand, and were very happy she attended, and she was actually more popular than Connor. Another good news item comes to you from Scotland, where Jackie Downey has been a bus driver in the city of Edinburgh for 41 years. Now, recently, he deliberately pulled his city bus over to the curb that was full of passengers. He stopped and got out to assist an elderly man he spotted strolling along the street with a walking stick, but the man's shoe was untied. Now, Jackie had the compassion to selflessly stop what he was doing, undoubtedly on a tight schedule, by the way, to help the man, and he has since been praised by the other passengers on his bus and also by the bus company for his kindness. We can all use a little kindness in our lives. Another event I would like to share with you is from here in the United States, where Saki, a young German Shepherd who had recently been selected for training by the National Search and Rescue Dog Foundation, well, Saki was living in a temporary home awaiting the beginning of her training, but she had a different schedule of her own. During the morning hours, her temporary owner noticed that Saki would disappear for several hours a day, slipping through the fence and leaving, but she would also always come back. So one day, her owner followed her, only to find that Saki was going just across the street. For across the street lived a boy who was developmentally delayed and had essentially been nonverbal. Well, when the boy and Saki got together, he immediately began loving her and talking to her. Now the boy has been talking more and reading and just wanting to participate and interact, doing other things he had never done before, such as throwing a ball and running. And this story has a happy ending to it, I might add, in that the Search and Rescue Foundation has agreed to give Saki to the little boy. How great is that? You know, this weekend is Easter weekend, and did you know anything about jelly beans? Well, I love jelly beans, but the origin of this delicious little candy is still unknown. Some say that they are a variation of Turkish Delight, which is a candy that has been around for thousands of years, but then also a jelly bean-like candy can be traced back to France as early as the 1600s. I bet you didn't know that. Now, the modern jelly bean, as we know them, were introduced to Union soldiers back in the Civil War. And did you know that it takes 7 to 21 days to make jelly beans? And jelly beans were the first candy to be sold by weight rather than by piece, as you can imagine. And they were originally sold by color. And of course, they are associated with Easter because of their egg-like shape. Moving right along into the events of the weekend, I would like to tell you that on April 14th in Winter Haven is the 3rd annual 863 Phi Art Festival. This will be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is a free event. It's family friendly and pet friendly, and with more than 100 local artists. There will be a kids area, authors, music, local cottage artisans, and of course, food. You can get further information on this one by calling 863-258-3561. Happening on April 14th is the Lakeland Flying Tigers. They will play at Joker Marchant Stadium in Lakeland. This is the minor league game. It is fun for the whole family. You can get further information on this one by calling 863-686-8075. Happening on April 16th in Lakeland from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. is the Nature Photography by Carlton Ward. at the Polk Museum of Art, and this is documenting the landscape and wildlife of Florida. You can get further information on this event by calling 863-688-7743. And as usual, moving toward the end of the program, I would like to leave you with a quote that goes, "Lead the life that will make you kindly and friendly to everyone about you, and you will be surprised what a happy life you will lead." And that was said back in the day by Charles Schwab. So that is our program for today, April 14th, 2017. Thank you so much for joining me. Go out, have a great weekend, have a safe Easter weekend, and always remember to keep your sunny side up. Bye for now.